Do. Testing. Testing. Hello everyone, welcome to another live session on the Siblings Den channel. My name is Wingless, and yeah, I got lazy again. I don't want to edit, and I wanted to do a live thing in case people wanted to chat and ask questions again. And I'm having more fun that way, where there's people asking questions. Sometimes people distract me, Kevin, but other than that, everything's pretty fun. And this gives a chance for people to ask questions, where we're at, stuff like that. So I enjoy this a little bit more, and I'm probably going to do this more and more, especially as we are reaching the 1,000 sub mark. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. We have been dropping a lot of shorts, and that has helped a lot, but we are keeping it very Siblings Den related. Either it's going to be a sneak peek, either it's going to be a funny from bloopers of our recordings. Just so much going on as well. Let me check something real quick. But yeah, so that's been amazing. You guys have been amazing. Thank you very much for all of that. I just want to make sure that things have actually launched out to the beeps on the Discord channel as well. Woo. Yeah. So, we'll see how long it goes. I do want to build another one of these, and I'll explain why this setup is designed this way and what reasons there are. There's a little grinder guy down there, and so I'll explain that part. But I'm also going to explain the mastery system and farming, which I've been working on earlier as well. So we've had like a lot of tests going on, and you've seen a bit of this before. We actually had all this as sugarcane before, and we were playing around with flying machine, and the flying machine worked until it didn't. So the flying machine would go back and forth, but crop hoppers and collection boxes don't play nice in one way or another. What used to happen is that collection boxes wouldn't pick up items that were destroyed by non-entity items. So like if a machine broke it and fell down, it wouldn't pick that up. That used to be fixed with the crop hopper, but when the machine was going back and forth, it was not picking up most of it, so it ended up not working out. But we still tested it out and checked things out, and you'll see I have some chests there, kind of breaking down how things merged together with the one of the wands that was introduced this season, which was the condensed wand. And we'll see sort of like a bit of a back and forth in regards to like how much you can make for the equivalent if you've condensed it, stuff like that. And I'll explain, and this is all part of the mastery stuff. But then we set up the whole farming. Hey, Saikatsu, welcome. So there's that. And so I'll just show like what we were doing as well for farming, and it was funny. I spent all night and morning, I think it was Friday to Saturday, building this farm, and then realizing that there was a challenge up. Is there one that's similar again still? No, just earning credits. The flash ones are always all over the place, and then the other one is earn shards. Cool. So that was funny, and ended up making second place. That was cool. But like shoutouts to who was it? There's one guy who just got most of it because he already had the farm and the equipment. And I'll showcase that as well, giving you an idea of if you want to do farming, but kind of also show you if it's worth it or not, just to give you an idea. So let's just go through we're still ranked number 3, and that's mostly because a lot of people are having difficulty making. There's 0 blocks on my eyes. Oh no. I mean, you should still have the bedrock as a main thing. Otherwise, yeah, I can understand you destroyed everything, which I love. I want that option of the fact that you just destroy your whole island and get to rebuild what you want. I think needs to stay forever. I didn't like the aspect of like where you weren't able to destroy some of that stuff, and I like that you can, but still have things like the generator, and I actually just cleaned this up a little bit. I didn't like the wool and some of the coral stuff, so I just put like bricks and made it just look like it was moldy and stuff like that. But then you have like the generator. I love it. That's cool enough. Obviously we're overclocked, so just take that with a grain of salt with the numbers when we're checking robots and drops and stuff. It is under island generator overclocked in regards to that. Let's go through what we've done. So okay, before I go to the farming, just to kind of have a recap, mainly the main method right now for money is pretty much obsidian farmers, bedrock farmers as well, but just know that 2 obsidian farmers are better than bedrock. Bedrock is just faster. That's it. They pretty much pick up the same amount, so it's almost a waste to merge the 2, even if you need to be honest. It's probably better selling it for like gold coins, in my opinion, but that's totally up to you. So that's one of the ways. The other thing is also getting like a skin that'll give you a multiplier, and the ones that I have with my armor, if we check, is the Ender set. So that helps me get 0.5 multiplier on that. And I'm also Sky God Plus. I could have gotten Hercules. It would have been a huge increase of 1.9, but I'm still, I think, 1.6 with the multiplier. And then you've got other things to help you out. Vault. Let's just check my vault real quick. There's the cell wand and stuff like that. But what we're going to look into is the condensed one. You can see that I've condensed 5,639. So we'll see how that goes in regards to that. Oh, and before I continue as well, by the end of pretty much my live stream or near, if there's any live person in chat who needs a mystic rank, let me know. I won it yesterday and I just don't need it. Welcome, Harp. Hello. So if there's anybody, I will be seeing who in the chat is wanting it, and I'll just pick at random and go from there. So we'll see. I don't need the Mystic Rank. I don't plan to sell, and even if I sold it, it was like, it'd be 15. But Mystic Rank lets you fly if you don't already have it, so we'll go with that. Otherwise, I'll just give it to someone. I'll just give it to someone who doesn't have Mystic Rank already on the server, which there's still a few of them. Although right now, most are like Legend, Sky God on this list. But anyway, we'll take a look at it. Cool. Now, that's pretty much the method of making money, and the way to get shards has been souls. And something that people aren't aware of, but really, like, you can kill sheeps or you can kill blazes. The soul sword, this one, the soul sword will essentially give you the same amount no matter what mob you have. There's no benefit at all. I have not seen a benefit. There's been no difference whatsoever. These are both tier, I think it's like tier 1, tier 2. Gives you the same, doesn't matter. So if you're needing one to just deal with gaining shards, just go for the cheapest. We went with cheaps, just because it was more colorful when they just get thwapped and you end up getting different colored cheaps. Good job if you got the did it say here? Oh, there you go, random robot. Woo! That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, in regards to using a soul sword, go for it. I'm not going to do it today, but we will be looking at enchantments, and one of the enchantments I will be talking about somewhat disappointedly, but I'll get into details of that another time, is the shard collector, and a lot of the problems with that, among other things, which will be a big kind of... I'm not ready to do a downer video or live stream yet, but there's gonna be a downer live stream soon regarding what's happening with stuff on MC Hub. But I'd like to go through stuff that are okay and then go from there. So let's go at it. So just so that you have an idea. Oh yeah, actually I need my diamond hoe. And you'll see I actually had one that had crop drill at 100. This is at 50 right now. No, I didn't drop it again. Like that one time. For those who were curious, just go see the one of the older videos about farming from an earlier season. I literally dropped it by pressing the that. And actually, I thought I had removed that. No. Okay, bye-bye. Do not see, unbind it. I know you need it for prisons. I don't need it for Skyblock, so let's not have it. So you'll see I have collection boxes up here that are ready for like picking things up. Man, let's just upgrade that one now that I have it. And it lets you have what you need there, but what you could do is you can condense these. You'll hear the little jingle jangle. You won't get a message in chat. By the way, if you want, you can watch Finster's video on making a basalt farm and sell for probably. Yeah, I'll take a look at that, but the problem is with Finster, a lot of the stuff that Finster does is restricted as an owner, and a lot of the stuff that he's done doesn't really get you much, but it'll be worth looking into, and I'll confirm at least in Discord and maybe in the next video, live video or set video, if it's actually functional. But there's a lot of times lately where Finster shows that he does something and it doesn't, for actual players, it doesn't do anything. But thank you for letting me know. I do want to look into it. But this is what I was doing for a while, is just getting all the farm and getting the collection boxes to pick it up. And then I would be able to condense it and be able to have all of it placed into getting more money. And the condensed wand is somewhat valuable in regards to the fact that it does provide a bit more funds, and also makes sure that your collection box ends up having a lot less items in there and having more space. So similar to what the auto crafting was doing before with certain things, condense is essentially doing that. So right now it's like this is already taking 56%. So if I do condense one now, it's taking 10, but like the condensed carrots, although it doesn't seem like there's much out of that, this is worth so much more on its own. And I'll give you an example of that. I need my cell one, so IS Vault. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, woo! So here's an example, and these are the ones that I have already unlocked, so to be able to condense. And that goes part of the mastery, where you do need to have it unlocked and have naturally mined things out, or gather things out manually up to at least tier 1. Once you have tier 1 completed, you can get the robots to help you out. And right now, one of the biggest blockers right now is ores. In oak logs, you can get these done easily, and why would you? Well, it was for testing out, and I'll explain and show what it means, but how like this is still kind of not doing so well. But what you're able to do is buy these wood and then basically deal with them, and it's only 500, so you can get through these very quickly. But the thing is robots don't grow any of the other ones, just oak logs. It was the only one that really kind of got done. Cobblestone, you'll get this done in no time, because that's pretty much what everyone gets right now is cobblestone. But you'll see all of the other ones are so difficult, and you'd think that you'd be able to use the same technique for the oak logs and the beacons and all the other stuff to drop these down and end up mining them out over and over again to get them out. Unfortunately, they don't work that way, and it makes it even more difficult. I'm ranked number 3. If I check IS top right now, I'm level 166. There's some people close to me as well. You got Angry Gnome at 176 and Ernie Not Bert at 212. IS level, if you look at the island level, ore generation, I'm tier 9. So let's just go, how high? Let's go, whatever, like 210. You're still only like 2 ore generations up in comparison. And the balance is just really hard to be there in regards to that. You're still getting more than 83%. Croissant, welcome, yo. So the ore generation tier has been one of the biggest things that a lot of people have complained, and rightly so. And there's been difficulty in even getting around that. in regards to the mastery. So that's going to be the rougher one, unfortunately, and that's going to suck. There's some stuff I'm still looking into in regards to other masteries, but right now mastery is good, sort of, and that's what I'm going to try to showcase right now. So here's an example. I've literally filled up each one full of what it is, and the way that condensing works is that, and I'll do that to the left side. If I condense the left side for all of them, you'll see that you get out of all of that. Grinders used to, and I'll get to that really soon, actually. But in regards to the condensing, you'll see it only made 3 out of all of this. That's because it makes a stack of... you need 9 stacks just to make 1. But just those 3, if I sell this whole chest, I'm getting 1,100,000 with my multiplier. But like, just to give you an idea, I sold 1,100,000 with my multiplier. If I go to this, 1,700,000. Same amount, one got condensed, and I made essentially, I would say, 550,000 more in regards to carrots. What about this? Let's see what the difference is for sugarcane. So 210, 316. So here's sort of where the difference lies, is that I got 100,000 more there, but if you look at the other one, I got exceedingly much more, almost half regards. So that's one of the issues that I've noticed, is that there's a bit of discrepancy in regards to certain items that aren't balanced. So right now, carrots seem to have given more than sugarcane, which makes sense, but the multiplier from the condense is showing to be a big difference as well. Have I condensed these? Yeah, let's just do that again. Not that it matters. We'll do this, and I got 929. Do this, 1,300,000. So here, we're going about a 400,000 extra. So there's that. That's a big deal. And then oak log, same thing. 168, 252. So there's really a weird discrepancy when it comes to the condensing. What does that tell you? Okay, condensing, you should do it. If you can, you get a lot of it, do it. But some things are going to be worth more than others, and I would suggest take a look at what it's worth, both for the standard version of it as well as the condensed version, and go from there. To quickly answer Saikatsu's thing right now, like I mentioned earlier, right now everyone's doing farmers. Obby farmers, don't go to Bedrock yet. That's really the key moneymaker at the moment, and I can explain to you what's going on with that soon, which is part of what I'm going to showcase today in regards to the spawners. Don't worry about giving me any money. I'm literally ranked number 3. If you want to give me 500 million credits, no. If you want to give me 500 million shards, I will make great use of 500 million credits. No problem. Shards. Shards. If you can give me shards, I could do so much with that and test some things out. But credits, no, I'm good. I'm good with, don't worry about it. I've got, okay, actually, to show I have 11 billion, almost 12 billion, and my robots I can sell. Can I sell right now? No. I was hoping for them to be done. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's just do it anyway. So I use boosters for selling the stuff that I have. So I'll set the booster and boom, 120 million, 120 million, 120 million, 120 million, 120 million. 47 on the emerald, 13 on the gold, 26 on, and this is all like at the same speed for them. And then this is a grinder that is full, and it's 98. It's not even, yeah, it's full. I wasn't able to attack at the moment. But the problem is that the mobs aren't able to drop as fast. At least not the ones that are worth it. And the numbers are off because, like, it depends on which ones you get in regards to that. For those that don't realize it, go back to the hub every time you're using a booster, especially one that's valuable, like a 2.5 times multiplier, so that you can use the booster again without losing it fully. So here, like, it's at 21 when I had it at 22 or 23. I might have wasted like an extra minute or something like that, but that's fine. So just to wrap up what I was saying earlier, the condensing stuff is really valuable. Farming might be... I was looking to see if farming was worth it, but when I was looking to, like, sell things out, like, that's from a while of accumulation. Let's go with this one. This has 195 enchanted carrots. If I sell this, 42 million. That's the equivalent of, I think, the diamond or the emerald guy farmer. So, like, if you're active on it and are selling it, it might be worth it. But farmers really are the way to go at this time, and that's a bit of a disappointment. Because it's not that there's anything wrong with farmers, and I've always touted that farmers were needed no matter what, even since last season, the season before, but they've basically made it so that it is a lot harder to spawn mobs, and I want to build another one of these cages this way, so with these guys, and see if a tier 1, 2, 3, or 4 in various levels to see how they work. But I think I showcased it before, but I'll show it again here. If I go into this mob spawner, if I check the one, it's only 240 mobs per hour, and that's just one stack size. This is 100, and it's double. But if I remove just one, and I'm at 99, it's now at 245. That's 99 of them. That is pretty much the same worth as one. So that's one of the biggest problems right now, and the way that the spawners work is that they're only functional. They are only functional right now in multiples of 100. So the next step afterwards is 200. Let me go check the sheeps. I think I have more there to check out, or I can test it out real quick. Let's just pick you all up. And do I have one that's smaller? No. But sheep's same problem, right? Sheep's at 100, boom, 918 per hour. But you remove one spawner and it diminishes once. So back to 100, 918. I add 100, now it doubles again, but I remove just the one, it goes back to 930. So this is where it becomes really problematic. To answer your question, in regards to why I don't advertise on the MC Hub, I am not officially a media person, but that's also because I'm kind of neutral. If something is good, I will announce it. If something is bad on MC Hub, I will announce it. If something is neutral, I will announce it. I'm not a media person on... Okay, I'm a YouTuber, or at least trying to be. And I do content on YouTube. But I'm not media, and I'm not a partner on MC Hub. I'm playing the game like everyone else, and my whole goal is to give information, tips, and break down, and then, like, also have fun. Like, I'm gonna have fun, and if I'm enjoying myself, I will. Obviously, I know what I'm sort of doing, given that I'm ranked number 3, ranked number 2. During the first stream, I got ranked number 1. I know how to get an IS top, is what I'm trying to say. And that's on top of the fact that IS top is, well, there's a lot of mods in that one, and there's a lot of, I don't know about Angry Gnome. Is there... I think there might be some mods in there, and if there isn't, that's good. But essentially, I've played enough seasons, and you can see my track record on all the videos, that I've learned what works, what doesn't, and I know kind of like how to finesse things. And there's moments in the past where a brand new player could start from scratch and still reach IS top, and I've shown that without spending any money. Nowadays it's a lot harder, but what you can do still is take advantage from one season to another as well as restarts. And what you can do is like grind for shards, or grind for, in this season you can trade out credits again, and then trade out those credits for gold coins, and then work on going to the coin shop to get to start moving forward on stuff like ranks, because you can start, like, if let's just say you got Mystic rank, you could go to Overlord and upgrade it for 450. Well, if you look at the video regarding free ranks and free gold, you'll notice that, like, that's a quick way to get those moving forward, just by voting, just by selling things quickly. And then usually resets, at least on Prisons and for Skyblock Sun, people are always looking for shards, and people are always looking for beacons. And once you know how to at least gather those normally, you'll be able to start moving it forward. So that's sort of the things that you can do. It's a lot harder at the moment, and that's sort of the premise that's going on right now, and that I'm trying to look into, is that every season I try to find, like, what is the new way to, like, move forward type of thing. This season, it is not as easy as last season at all, and that's a bit of the problem. The last 2 seasons, it was essentially the same thing. Grinders with the Guardian spawner, and then farmers with cocoa beans were the main deal. So they've changed the spawners, they've changed the skill set, so you don't use skills anymore, you have to use mastery. Mastery's fine. I love the idea of mastery. Mastery's great. The problem is it's not balanced. And that's sort of what's going on, and that's what I'm going to show here. And I've just already shown with that where it's only in multiples of 100. Okay, so I need 100 Zongling spawners, 100, just to get this to work double. Let me repeat that. I need 100 of these, which are at a value of $1 billion and 3/4. So let's just say 2 billion. So each individual one of these is 2 billion. And I need 100 of these just to make one of these work double. Same thing for these. And these are tier 4. This is a tier 4 one. So that's where things are a little bit rougher this season in regards to it. And also the reason why there's a lot of difficulty with that as well. So right now, farmers are valuable. Grinders are still good, but it's hard to get that sorted out. And that's what I'm hoping to check out, where I want to see if, a set of tier 1s and a set of tier 2. And the reason why it's set up this way, by the way, is that the max that you can set up for each of the tiers, for each of the individual spawners, is 10. You can't go any higher. So it's better to have 10 of them than to have them individual right now. Gnome's Island is like, yeah, that's fine. Each Skyblock season you can make 1K. Yeah, totally. It is so doable. Just from voting, you could do it. Skyblock Sun more so. Skyblock Sun more so with the voting. So if you go /vote, you'll see the breakdown here, and you'll be able to get 90 votes pretty easily. And then the next one is 240. Prisons is a little harder. You only get, I think, 500 gold coins at 150. So it's a little less faster on that front. So if you're looking to just get gold coins to move yourself forward ahead, Skyblock Sun is a lot faster in that regards. For Prisons, it's not, but you are able to get beacons a lot sort of better. I feel like I get beacons a lot faster than I do shards, but you can really just, if you're bored, you could grind shards left, right, and center. And then, like, even now in Auction House, if I go check it out, oh, someone's just wanting for 50 gold coins. So now it's even with credits right now, but you have people that are always trading out for shards. Some are a little too high at the moment, but that can come up, and you can just message in chat as well, and usually someone will trade. So there is that benefit. Oh yeah, parrots, I wanted to check that out. Did I get my... Ooh, I got 2 rare ones, 1 grinding and 1... Yeah, I wanted to have these 2 6 hours. Cool, that was fun. Yeah, so prisons. So why am I saying all this? Well, what's the reason of all this? Well, this is one of the benefits that I like about MC Hub, is that you could do. There's a season reset for Skyblock Sun. You could play Skyblock Sun, work with the reset, get the coins early, get something sorted out. If you're not focused on IS Top, that's perfectly fine. Focus on getting the coins from people who are working to go to IS Top, and you'll get some coins that way, and you could get easily like 1,000, 1,500 fairly cheap once you have like a sword set up. Then once prison is reset, boom, you've got that. I don't know about Pokemon. Pixelmon is not really a place you can make much. You could maybe find a Pokemon someone wants, and you could maybe trade it. I haven't found anything very viable. And then there's survival. Does anybody play survival? Anyway, so yeah, that's sort of what's. I like Pixelmon, but the limitation on Pixelmon is that, well, Pixelmon can only be played by Java right now, so there's that limitation. Anyway, just to go back on why I made this design, is because you can only build 10, and with the 10 that are here, 10 for each spawner, I've made it so that they're all spawning down into a central area so that the grinders can work at it, and you don't spawn as much as you can, at least not the ones that are really expensive. And remember, I'm top 3. I'm not making chump change either when I want to, but it's still like every sell round I could buy 1, and I need 100 of these to make it slightly faster. And yeah, I could use a booster, a spawner booster. It's still not going to be that fast, and I've tried it out. It's good, but it's not great. So that's a bit of the issue right there. What I want to do, and I might do it either during live and just kind of show you how I build it. I'm going to rebuild these guys and set it up so that I have tier 1 and tier 2 stuff in one area, which I could probably do if I just square this out more. So this could be the same thing as well as I do tier 3. The only problem is, again, you're dealing with a robot that's just, well, dealing with that. What's good about these is at least they're dealing with your mastery. The problem with them helping with your mastery, though, is unless you're going to manually take these things out and put them somewhere, you cannot condense them with a condense wand on what they have. So that's a bit of a limitation, and there's no way to use a collection box or something unless you manually thwap them. So like, oh no, I don't have enough in there. So like, there's this limitations here for the collection boxes where it will work, but there's no way to like move it in. You can hopper it into a collection box, but you can't hopper it out of a collection box into something else. And same thing, and I think that's something that could be introduced, and I think that would be interesting, but yeah, it's not happening. So that's unfortunate on that front. So yeah, that's a lot of what I've been looking into recently. And the mastery idea is amazing. I like it. The room bag idea is perfectly fine to like have things work a lot better afterwards. I have no problem with that. But they're making mistakes that okay. I guess I'm getting into a bit of the depressed discussion right now. But they're introducing things and then they're not balancing it. So here's a great example: is the auto crafting. Why would I want to auto craft anything? At this point, condensing is better. And then the auto crafting system, which was a great idea, and I thought they were going to really work with that, they didn't. And so you're limited by like what it is that gets brought in. And then, well, there's so many things that need to be upgraded. They've increased the upgrade rate for collection boxes. Before it was like 5, 10, 15, 20. Now it's like, just to get to like past to level 3, you're like 25, then it's like 50. It gets so expensive way too fast. Actually, is it 50? I think there's this one over here that needs to be upgraded at the next one. How much is it? Yeah, it's 50. So they've made things much more difficult. So, okay, you know what? Fine. I'm okay with shards. I'm okay with shards being that expensive. No problem. How do I make shards then? Well, here's the problem. The only way that to make real shards is either picking up pouches from voting or getting a soul sword. You could do mobs, you could do bosses, you could, but the equivalent rate of getting that rather than just thwapping the mobs here, it's the same amount. So I might as well just do this. But sort of in the same vein of what the late Technoblade used to say, is this fun? I'm having fun. I'm making shards. Just to make other things slightly better. Hello, Waylon Lee. So here's the problem right now, is that like I have a enormous. Oh, okay, enormous. I brought this up to level 4, so I could hold 10,000. So I think part of the problem is maybe the capacity. Here's my farmer guy. Let's do a whole. Let's get farming out of the way. Let's do a whole farming, and this is an upgraded hoe. It's crop drill could be better. Can I enchant it a little bit more? Probably. Let's just do that. Let's see if I can increase the crop drill a little bit more. Yay, I added 2. Yay. So it's a 52 now. But crop drill is great because it will deal with all of it. And delicate's good because it stops you from ruining these. And it's really cheap. It's 10,000, so it's worth just getting delicate on it as well. And then green thumb will replant them. So, boom. And all of the collection boxes are picking it up. Sweet. And it's doing a row of essentially, like, about a chunk. And I'll demonstrate that real quick right after. So, yeah, this is great. I'm doing a whole strip of farming. It's getting it all done. Woo! Let's just, yeah, so my upgrade right now does about just shy of a chunk. So that just shy of a chunk from a collection box just did 53%. So meaning that if I do this again, I've already maxed it out. A couple of chunks. It's picking up out of 3 chunks. But that, at least for the level 2 version. Level 2 version? Let me confirm. Sorry, level 3 version. And now it's at 100% already. I've already fulfilled this up. So I could continue, but then I'd be wasting all of these. So that's no fun. Unless I condense it. Okay, cool, I'll condense it. But then, like, you're spending time going to each one to condense these when you could be still farming. So, I mean, it's a lot faster. It's a lot faster when you've got a better crop drill one. But yeah, so like this is picking it all up now, and then it's gonna. I have the other collection box as well now, so like it's going into that as well. But after you do all of that, I'll show you how much you make out of it, and then you'll wonder like, oh, okay, was that worth it? Sort of the answer is no. It's good for like challenges. And, I mean, I got a lot of daily points out of it, so that was good. But, like, let's just go through it all. Just get her done. Oop. And we'll do the last one. I think it's gonna fill it up already, and I'll have, like, no more carrots to fill. But that's fine. We'll just get it all out of the way. Good enough. Yeah, you can see like the carrots are full already and I'm picking them up. So let's see what's in here. It should be 5,000 again. So 5,000, condensing it, I have 392, but then 8. And then if I sell it, I made 2 million. all that. And so that's 2 million. That was all that. So it'll be 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, maybe a little bit more if you were able to pick up some, or if you go back to it. So, and if you don't condense it, oh, well, that one had a little bit more. That's true. Wait, did it even? Anyway. Yeah, it had a few of them in there already, that's why. So that's 3 million. So you're making 2 to 3 million out of those, depending on, like, if you condense it or not. So it gives you an idea of, like, what it is that you're getting out of this, right? You remember when I sold those guys over there? These guys? At 70% full, and I got 120? That's why those are very useful. And then just this guy, not full as well, I was getting a lot more, let alone that I think it was the... Was it the gold guy? Yeah, 7 million on this guy. 50 million on that guy. This diamond farmer is the equivalent of this whole farm system with condensing. So, is farming worth it? Right now? No, not at all. So, the way the mastery works is that if you go to mastery, you'll start gaining tiers unlocked as you farm them normally. Once you've reached the number that is listed, so the tier, once you've reached, in this case it's 2,500, you'll have unlocked tier 1, and in this case it'll state that the farmer robots will be able to help you gain that mastery. And then the next one will create enchanted versions of the potato, and that's what I've been doing with the condensed wand. It lets me enchant them and make them condensed into a more valuable product. Once you sell those, it just makes more of it. Tier 3, if you have the farming ruin and you have the rest of, if you have 8 stacks of 64 with it, you can make a rune to make it worth more. So there's that direction to do. Then there's the multipliers of it being able to sell more. Oh, that's true. My carrots have the multiplier of 2.5 because of the mastery as well, because I farmed the crap out of it. Well, obviously I farmed the crap out of it, and I've done that for sugar cane as well, but at least up to tier 4. So there's stuff like that, and this is just farming on its own. This is just doing it manually. Get a thing, go boop, farm it all on your own, and eventually get to that, and then the robots can help you if they're farming that certain crop. And that's it. That's what the mastery is. And it's not a actually, yeah, but this cocoa design is the most optimized for this. It's only optimized in regards to the length of a bedrock. So you could do this smaller if you have an obsidian. I think by like 2 rows each side. But essentially, your farmer's never gonna not farm this. And the top here, I just put some of the smaller ones, is because this guy's never gonna farm enough to like have an issue with this guy affecting him, and same thing with that. So yeah, cocoa beans, boom, do this. Oh, if you have the farming hoe, if you've upgraded and you've gotten the crop drill and you've gotten the green thumb, especially if you've gotten the green thumb, what you could do just to help with the mastery is, like, this works with all crops. That's why the farming hoe can be useful if you're going in that direction. But like, it farms the nether warts through. If not the bottom one, but the second tier, it'll do and break the stuff for crop drill with that. And this goes as well with cocoa beans. See, it's doing all of them through as well. And because you have the green thumb on this, it will replant it. So that's why green thumb has its benefits on it. And then this will help you kind of speed things for farming. And then if you just do something like this, you don't have to be this crazy like I did. But if you have like at least like a small length where you can go back and forth on like a tower type of thing like this, for any of the other crops, you could get the mastery done pretty quickly. And then some of you will probably wonder why I didn't do netherworts instead of carrots over there. Netherworts grows slower than carrots. That's really the only reason. Cocoa beans are the best, but because it needs all this weird intricate design, it's great for farmers. It's not great for manual work. So again, reason why I went for carrots. But yes, so the farming hoe, super great tool. I love it. I just wish farming had more stuff to do with it. Farming just does not get you as much anymore. It used to be really good. You could manually farm. It would help you if you had an enchantment on it that could get you shards. You were able to get like a decent amount. Maybe not as good as the Souls one, but if you're gonna do both, at least it gives you something different to do. But in this case, it's just good for this setup. It's good to do the mastery, and if you're looking to just be a completionist, there you go. This will be a great tool for the mastery of that. Oh, the ore mastery is going to be the death of everyone, though, because there's no easy way to do it, and it's going to take forever to upgrade. So, my plan right now, and I think I could do it during the rest of the stream, because it was really just to showcase what I found with the mastery and the farming. But what I'm hoping to do is actually I'm gonna do this design again. I'm gonna replace this, but I'm gonna put the tier 1 and tier 2s together, because obviously, like, I have space to do that, and I can make the water flow down so that the mobs can just go all into a central area, stuff like that. I could also do it on top of this. So there's loads of things that I can do. No, okay, yeah. There's a reason I didn't want to do it, and it'd be too tall for that. So it will be just replacing this guy and having it just be sort of like this one. Maybe a little closer to here as like the central base from here, and then build out a whole square, and I'll do the tier 1 and tier 2 together and just test things out that way. I might eventually have to make this a tier 3 and 4 together, just so that like my grinders can have something to thwap, because that's a bit of the problem right now. It's just like, you want them to have like the prestige level of stuff, but who knows. So grinders are not terrible. They are still just as good. Sorry, let me rephrase that. They're not as good as last season's. They're worse. And that's mainly not because of the functionality of the grinders, but it's actually because of the spawners and how they've set that up and how the multipliers work on it. So that's the biggest problem right now. So that's what needs to be worked on right now and looked into. Once there's enough of them to be able to start working, they do sell well. Like, I think a maxed out obby grinder still sells pretty high in comparison to the farmer. But if you don't have it set up in a way that you can get it, or have enough to spawn, you don't make much money. And you're limited by how many spawners you have. How many spawners can you have? 10 of each kind. That's it. That's the limitation. Where before, the way that it worked is that you were able to buy them with credits. Sure, you could still buy them with credits, but the way that it's designed is it's not dropping for each spawner that you have. It's dropping per a weird multiplier system, which was explained to me. I actually entered a ticket about it, and it was explained to me, and it makes sense, except it's still not balanced, and that's the problem. I shouldn't need to buy 99 additional spawners just so that it doubles from one to another. I should be able to get to one, and then when I put two together, it should work double. And that's part of the problem right now, is it's not like that. And that design, and I know what they're doing, and the design makes sense. It's just not balanced. It's not transitioning properly. How do you get a farmer hoe? You build it. You just 2 diamonds, 3 sticks. 2 diamond, 3 sticks. Where did I put the diamonds? Oh yeah, I know where I put the diamonds. Just, yeah. This. Did I put the sticks anywhere? Shop. Meh. 1, 2. Meh. Sticks. Hoe. Boom. Diamond hoe. There. And then you can enchant that. Boop. Boop. Oh, I better put my sword back. Yep, that's it. That's all I've done. / enchant. Actually, let me pick it up so that you can see that it'll register it. / enchant. Go here. Boom. See? Regular hoe. And that says the regular one as well. Yep. Well, if you enchant it exactly like what I have right now, it'll do that. But this, if you select it, see, you can put the enchantments on it. So yeah, that's it. I don't know why it highlights the sell one, but it actually no, don't do that. Don't do that. Be very careful with that. With that said, I'm putting you back in the vault, so I don't make that mistake. That would bad. I'll show it to you. I had it on the screen a few times, but here. So delicate, green thumb, and crop drill. So I'll show it to you in an enchant. So that's my enchantment hoe. Delicate, what it does is it prevents the like busted the already farmed stuff from being unfarmed again, because what used to happen before is you would do this afterwards accidentally, and it would remove it, and you would have to manually farm it afterwards because it would not work. The green thumb does not work on non-fully grown items. So delicate, it's 10,000, so it's really not that big of a deal. It's worth putting onto it just for like safety ways. Then make sure to focus on green thumb first, and this is what makes the replanting done. And once you're at 100% on that one, it's 100% replanting. The only catch that I've seen that happens so far, especially when you're farming something this big, is that it will, when you're doing a whole strip of them, and it's also regrowing, like the system is regrowing at the same time, it can occasionally glitch out a little bit and not replant some of the stuff. But overall, it works pretty much like 99% of the time. So it's still worth it. And then once you have that, once you have green thumb at 100%, then start working on crop drill. So, yeah, get delicate. It's 10,000 shards. Green thumb's going to take a while. I forget how much it was. At 100. Was it 1.5 million? I don't think it was that high. But maybe, no, I can't remember, but I know it didn't take me that long to enchant. Or at least not that I can remember. But it's like, it can be super useful. Again, if you're wanting to deal with farming, it'll be worth it. It's vault. Let's just put these guys back. So, okay. Just checking things out. Is there anything? No problem. And if there's anything, again, you can bug me on the Discord channel as well with regards to anything that you might need. As usual, I tend to respond through there. I don't know if anybody would be interested. I want to keep this short in regards to just the topic at hand. But just know that by the next live session, which I think I'm going to do probably in the next couple of days, is to just wrap up my investigation with the stacked stuff and see if I can make it better over here. So I'll showcase that. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do, is just show you the... I can show you the farmers now that they're maxed. As Vault, now that I just put it away as well. Let's do the booster while I'm at the bottom. I always just do a hole so it's easier to like go through, go see all the farmers. So booster, put whatever multiplier. By the way, you get the 2.0 ones at the 2.5 hour mark for free when you do G-Kits after you vote. You'll have a chance to get the credit ones. But if you do, that's already a huge bonus. So make sure that you're doing that. But anyway, credit booster, boom. So sell. See, I get 165 million while these guys are maxed. So that one's 700 million and he's not even maxed. He's 8 million. So he's the... This guy's the equivalent of the whole farm over there. So that's why like it's not balanced. The farm is really like neglected. And then this guy was full. Oh no, he was waiting for killing, and I ended up having like 70,000 on it. So again, reset your booster, go to the hub, and go back to this. This is the same thing for prisons as well, by the way. So that's how much money I've made. Ice Vault, put you back. Ice Vault. And then, boom, more money here. So that's like 2, 4. Just put that in the vault for now. So I'm at 14 billion. So I'll probably spend money on the tier 3 stuff. And maybe merge it with this just to get the grinders going. Because I have a few grinders. I mean, you've probably seen my vault already, but I have miners. I've got loads of grinders. And I've got 2 obby grinders here already. Plus... there's one being used there, and no, I removed the one that's over there. So I've got the opportunity to see where that goes. Yeah, be very, very careful on throwing that. So, but this is just showing you how like the farmer robots are right now doing the best, but the problem is they're only doing the best because they're the only ones that haven't been... Like, they still work as intended from the last 2 seasons. Because the spawners have been played with, the grinders are no longer as effective. And even with, like, you could set up the mastery for them. So let's just say I've mastered these and have the 2.5 multiplier. The 60 that I got, maybe 120, maybe 125 if it's maxed. So there's still a lot to try to figure out. But again, if the Zoglings spawn, it takes forever. If I go to a shop, if I go to Zoglings, I need to kill 5,000? No. I think it's more than that. But it could be 5,000. That's fine. 10,000. Just to get the robots to help me with the mastery. So I need 10,000 to spawn. And then... I have to get the enchanted one. Maybe it'll be worth it, but then I have to take it out, and then I have to take it out, and then I have to condense it, and then you kind of understand how like one thing does not make for the best for others. So, just to recap, I like the ideas that have been implemented. I don't like the balance right now that have been implemented. There is not a balance. Like, it's the same thing of my complaint from before, where quests are the same quests as before, and now there's the diamond ore one. Well, have you seen the rate of diamond ore that you get from a cobblestone generator? It's forever, and that's one of the quests, and I'm stuck at it too. Everyone is stuck on that one right now, and yeah, so that's exactly it. Don't put them all. But the only time it's going to be useful is if they start, the mob starts piling up enough. But we'll see. And again, I'll figure it out. I'll spend time with it, and I'll showcase it again. That's my goal for the next little bit. Because at this point, like I could aim again to reach top 2. I kept touching top 2, and then someone's passing me, and that's fine. But I'm not worried about, and I got top 1 day 1. So, like, I'm not too worried about IS top right now. So, my goal right now is to play around, investigate, see what's what right now. See if I can find anything, because, like, if you see me at top number 1, I broke something. I broke something really, really crazy, and you should be chasing after me at that point. And I'm going to look into things until I break something, because I want to break something. But I want to break something per the design of the of Skyblock Sun, and I want to make sure that McHub sees it as a positive and not negative type of thing. If it's like a huge exploit, no thank you. And then go from there. Wingless, can I trade my obby grinder for a decent farming hoe from? I mean, I don't even have a my one farming hoe is the one that I have, and I actually borrowed the one from Island Top for when I did the challenge and building of the farm, investigating on stuff as well. They just gave me back my my thing afterwards, so I don't have any spares, unfortunately. So I mean, if I could, I would. I don't have it, so. So yeah, reach out to me on Discord. For any of you who have been on chat, just message me, just at me on in the Skyblock section of it, and then I'll see if I can chase down whoever wants the Mystic rank, and I'll pass that to you as soon as I give it, because I don't need it. It's right here. I don't need it. I really don't need it. I'm Skyblock. And the island members are legend or higher, so we're good. Anyway, that's what I wanted to wrap up. I want to keep it simple so that it's viewable for others who want to watch it later. This just saves me from doing a lot of editing, because I'm very critical at like my breathing and little spots and whatever. But I like this because I can talk to you guys when you guys are on top. So I expect that I'll probably do another one on Tuesday. So if you're looking for more questions, reach out there. My fingers are very fast and I pinged you. Cute. So let me know, and I'll let me know on questions, let me know on things to investigate. But I think the next thing I'm going to do is just build out the collection boxes. Not the collection boxes, the grinders. See if I can make something out of it. And then my final thing to do, or I say final, but like the one afterwards that I have an idea of, is really to work on the ore system and really look into that even further, and to see like how like really unfair it is right now. Even with the shard collector, which is going to be so expensive, and I know it's not worth it, but I'll waste my time on it. I don't waste your time on it right now. I will, and I'll showcase it and just go from there. All right. So that's about it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, those that joined in the chat, and for those that have ended up subscribing with us. We're almost at 1,000. Thank you. I'm looking forward to reaching 1,000, and then even moving forward from there afterwards as well. You guys are all awesome. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to all of y'all later. Or you can join on Discord, but don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Woo, notification. Woo. Thank you, everyone. Ciao. Bye. Thanks.